Welcome to a brand new episode of Flavour Files, and today we are here at Tabé. Hi, today I'm going to speak with Malak, and he is one of the owners here. So let's see what he has. Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing great.
Beautiful.
So can you tell us what Tabé is all about?
It's all sorts of whatnots and nothing at all at the same time, right? So let's start with the name. So Taberu means eat or please eat in a very polite, very distinct manner, whereas Tabé just means kapang, you know? And that's kind of who we are. That's our attitude that we bring. We don't put on any show. We don't put on any this thing. Our food is just honest food. We don't have anything on the plate that makes that's like that's not meant to be there, right? Same as if you see the deco as well. We don't have any frills. We don't have this thing. So we are very honest and very simplistic. So in a nutshell, I would say Tabé is a place for people just to be themselves,
That's nice.
and enjoy some good food.
Definitely. We are also excited to try new food.
Good.
Okay, so what inspired you all to start something Japanese related?
So, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to Japanese food as well, especially in Sri Lanka, right? There's this, in general also there's a lot of misconceptions where everything's been put into this box of, this has to be this has to be this has to be this. We wanted to showcase something that is different too, and also to showcase the local produce. Like Sri Lanka, I don't know why, and I never understood this, where Sri Lanka exports its tuna, and then we get imported stuff back to Sri Lanka and we're like, this is premium. Like, no, we have premium in our backyard. Why aren't we using it? So that's why, Japanese food helps, Japanese food helps to kind of showcase those ingredients, rather than just covering it with a lot of sauces or a lot of this or that. It's a very pure, very raw form of that, which is kind of just elevated with a few other ingredients to kind of match its flavors. So that's why I decided, let's do Japanese food.
Promoting the Sri Lankan
and as well. Exactly. So, and another thing I would say is like how I explain to people is it's like fusion. It's not fusion. It's if a Japanese guy came to Sri Lanka, went to the market, bought what's there on the market that day and cooked. That is what Tabé is. Very simple, very distinct. Yeah.
So all the raw materials are sourced from Sri Lanka?
Sourced locally, yeah. All our fish, my fish supply is pork-based seafood, and his things are up there as well. It's all like local. He exports, but he also does local market, and he doesn't do any that's why I'll never have salmon on the menu or whatever. I know I'll get a lot of flack for that, but I'll never have salmon on the menu. It's not a local fish, and it's not promoting local.
Alright, so as a recent startup, what are few of the challenges you faced and how did you overcome it?
Where do I start? How long is this interview? So biggest challenge is, I think overall for me, the biggest challenge is getting people's mindsets out of what they already know into something that, something that is, how should I say, it's an ever-evolving journey. So for people to be like, let's get out of our comfort zones and go into this journey with us, that was the biggest challenge. Besides that, the usual stuff, finding talented staff members, not only talented staff members, finding people who have the same, ideals as us, to kind of be like, yeah, we're excited to be on this journey rather than I will just come to work for a paycheck, Then also produce, it's hard to find good produce. It's not that it's not there, but it's all, it's all been cornered by the markets. So for me to go and gain the trust of a supplier, to gain the trust of a producer, it takes time, because everybody like, oh, he's a new kid coming in, giving us this massive dream who never knows it'll, work out or not. So yeah, those are a few of the challenges. Other ones I can't tell online,
So how has the response been so far from the public?
Touch wood, so far, really good, really good. We've been getting a lot of repeat customers who we've kind of, they're part of Tabé now,
Okay.
I've had guys standing on the pass, drinking a beer and having a chat with me while I prepare his food. I have people come up to me and they're like, oh, we want to book in advance for the next day, like that. I've had people come and like, there was one of my friends who was an artist, he actually drew the artwork while he was seated here. So it's like, everybody who comes here...
It's like a comfortable place.
Exactly. It's a place for people to just, be. So I think that draws a lot of people here as well. Where it's, if not, it's people, I don't know, I'm just saying, people have this sense of if you go out, you need to be a certain way, you need to spend, or you need to do this, you do. So we are trying to break that norm. So far, like I said, we've had a lot of good, positive feedback. That's what it keeps going, and we are consistent with our food, our service, and everything. So yeah, so far it's good.
All right, can you give us a little bit of insight about the menu here?
No, not at all. Because even I don't know what's on the menu. It all depends on what's there daily. The inspiration is also because I work with a lot of chefs, Japanese chefs abroad. So most of the food comes from my experiences with those chefs. The staff meals, like one of our biggest dishes is okoge. So okoge means dankuda, the leftover little rice bits. So that I've taken that and turned it into a sort of like a elevated version of itself.
Okay.
So like today's vegetable tempura might have karavila and karal koku and alakola and stuff. Tomorrow it might be mushrooms and whatever. So it all depends on what's on the market for that day. Yeah.
So there is no designed menu.
There is no set menu as such, but I'm working on it because it all depends on what the clientele wants, right? So once I have an idea of here are a few dishes that are like my stars, that'll go on a set menu and everything else will keep revolving. It's good. It keeps me on my toes. It keeps my team on their toes. And it
Something
gives,
new every day.
Exactly. It's something exciting every day for everybody to.
Okay, that's nice. All right, so there are so many Japanese restaurants in Sri Lanka, and how would you define yourself different from those?
I think to be honest, I think it's that mindset that we have, or it's that how should I say? We're trying to break the cultural norms, where it's you go to Japanese, you have to have this dish, you have to have this dish, you have to have this dish. Kind of breaking away from that and actually showcasing a lot more of other regions or regional cuisines that are in Japan. Like for example, our dumplings, right? Our dumplings, so traditional dumplings are, you can get the yaki gyoza, which is the grilled or fried dumplings, or the steamed dumpling. Our version is almost like comfort food, like it's called pot stickers. So it's not your, how should I say? It's not the fancy ones that you get in this thing where you have that little crown of this thing, but it's good, wholesome, hearty food, and also our yakitori. Usually when somebody goes to a Japanese restaurant and they order chicken yakitori, they get like chicken thigh. I have from chicken, from the head to the butt, and everything in between. Hearts, chicken skin. That's the way that they do it there, and I don't know why we don't do it the same way here. Maybe people don't like it, people are not used to it, but here I want to showcase people, that, like I said, not just the stock standard Japanese cuisine. So yeah, I guess that helps.
Okay, so there are so many people trying to get on a career path in the food industry. What will your message be to them?
Work. I'm kidding. No. Enjoy yourself, There's no point if you don't enjoy it. If you don't find, if you don't find even a little bit of happiness in what you do, even if it's a menial task of peeling onions or, washing a toilet, you have to put your whole heart into it. And that's also another, again, that's why I said I like those, the Japanese, the whole philosophy. So there's this one where they talk about putting their whole heart into, whatever they do, because that reflects for the person who's experiencing it. Same way, put your whole heart into what you do and learn. Learn. Because there's nowhere in the world that there is this one person who knows everything. And there's no other. Single again, uspahat, you can learn from anybody and anywhere. So learn and always keep a little notebook and write down your stuff. But don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. You break a plate, they buy a new plate. You overcook a piece of fish, that's okay. You still learn something how not to cook a piece of fish. So don't be afraid. Just go ahead and question. Question. If you don't question, you don't learn. But don't question in a very obnoxious way where you ask the same question 100 million times. But always ask. Go in with that curiosity of a child. Where you want why is this happening like this? Why how can I So yeah, I guess those are my only things to people.
Okay, if you could give a message out to the people who are watching this about your restaurant, just one message, what would it be?
Come to Tabé, eat my food. Yeah, I don't know. don't bring any expectations when you come here. You know, just come, experience, and then formulate. Don't listen to what anybody says. Just come and experience it. That, you know, yeah.
Just come here and experience
Just
it
come here and
yourself.
experience. Yeah.
Not the words.
Not yeah.
Not
Just come
from
here and
anywhere.
experience it yourself.
All right. All right then. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank
It
you.
was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and let's see. We'll try the food.
No worries.
Thank you.